Women's tennis wins big at home, and men's and women's basketball have a tough time in Fort Myers.
All that and more on this edition of Monday Minutes.
Hey Ospreys, I'm Elizabeth Norton.
And I'm Ryan Hennessy.
The men's and women's basketball team faced off this weekend against FGCU in Fort Myers.
The women's team put up the most points against FGCU in conference play, but it wasn't enough. Both Claire Ionides and Sierra Shepard had 13 points. Kadisa Johnson had 11 points while corralling 6 rebounds. The Ospreys lost 75-50.
The last time the men's team faced off against Gulf Coast, they shot 45% from the field.
The men were not able to recreate that down in Fort Myers.
Bow Beach had the team high 20 points and 9 rebounds. Chris Davenport added another 14 points. Trent Mackey provided 13 points as well. The Ospreys lost 81-65.
Having the resiliency with a veteran team and the ability to come back by getting, we had a lot of stops, a lot of consecutive stops, and our guys fought back off, so they took the lead, which was a great sign to them. But you got to give Gulf Coast credit for coming back out in the second half, and basically it was a mirrored image of the beginning of the game. And to their credit, they took the lead, they got up, and they kind of solidified it. And I think it was 7 or 8, and it kind of stuck there. Got to 10, maybe 11, back to 9, maybe back to 11 or whatever. But to their credit, they did a good job of getting it back up there, and they didn't panic by any stretch of the imagination. We're still in first place. You know, the sky's not falling. You know, it's just part of college basketball. However, you have to take some ownership though too, and just don't expect things to just, you know, people aren't going to lay down and do those kind of things. So we've got to regroup, regenerate a little bit tomorrow, and then we got to regroup, and then we got Kennesaw State and Lipscomb on a road trip.
The women's team will come back home for a pink-out game before heading back on the road. The game will be against Stetson on Wednesday, February 10th, then head to Lipscomb on Saturday, February 13th.
The men continue their road trip with a game against Kennesaw State on Thursday, February 11th, and Lipscomb Saturday, February 13th, all of which can be seen on ESPN3.
Women's tennis had a big showing on Friday against Flagler College. Reigning ASUN Tennis Player of the Week, Louise Intern, won her singles and her doubles match with Rafaela Gomez to help lead the Ospreys to a 7-0 rout of the Saints.
This concludes their homestand as they prepare to hit the road.
They head down to Orlando to face UCF Wednesday, February 10th, and to Auburn on February 20th to play the Tigers.
The men's team will host Louisiana Lafayette Tuesday, February 9th, and then travel to play UCF on Saturday, February 13th, and to Baton Rouge to face LSU on February 26th.
The women's golf team tees off today, starting their spring schedule. It'll be against JU at Sawgrass Country Club for the Hughes Cup. This is their only match until February 22nd for the Amelia Island Collegiate, hosted by JU at Amelia National.
Softball season starts this Friday. The Ospreys will travel to Baton Rouge to play a series of games from February 12th to February 14th. They have 2 games against UConn, a game against Pacific, Ohio State, and LSU.
That's all we have for this week's edition of Monday Minutes. From all of us here at Osprey Sports Network, I'm Ryan Hennessy.
I'm Elizabeth Norton.
Have a great week
and go Ospreys.